Joe Biden says Cory Booker should apologize for slam over working with segregationist senators. Told reporters on Wednesday that he was not going to apologize for invoking his ability decades ago to work with two segregationist Southern senators to get things done. A Fox News camera was rolling when Biden was asked if he was going to apologize for his remarks. The 2020 Biden faced scorching criticism Wednesday from his primary rivals, including Gatto of the three black candidates running for the White House senators. Cory Booker of New York said in a statement he was disappointed Biden had yet to issue an immediate apology. Cory should apologize, Biden said in response on Wednesday. He knows better. Biden made the comments as he was arriving at a fundraising event in Bethesda, MD, on Wednesday evening. Appearing on CNN later Wednesday night, Booker said, "I was surprised he didn't apologize." He added, "I know that I was raised to speak truth to power and that I will never apologize for doing that." Vice President Biden, when asked how he felt about rival Democrats saying he had issues talking about race, Biden answered, "They know better." Booker said Wednesday, Vice President Biden's relationships with proud segregationists are not the model for how we make America a safer and more inclusive place for black people, and for everyone. Harris told Fox News while riding an elevator on Capitol Hill that it concerns me deeply. She continued, "If those men had their way, I wouldn't be in the United States Senate and on this elevator right now." Biden, the clear front-runner in the race for the Democrats' nomination, initially brought up the names of Senators James Eastland of "I was in a caucus with James O. Eastland," the 76-year-old Biden said as he briefly imitated the late senator's Southern drawl. "He never called me, and he called long-deceased Talmadge one of the meanest guys I ever knew." But, discussing the civility in the Senate during the 1970s, Biden said, "Well, guess what? At least there was some." The comments were part of Biden's repeated warnings against Democrats, who said it was not worth trying to find compromise with Republicans on the numerous divisive issues that have brought Washington to a standstill. When asked for his reaction to the criticism from his fellow Democrats, Biden said, "What I was talking about, I could not have disagreed with Jim Eastland more. He was a segregation." He added, "As I led the Judiciary Committee, I was able to pass. What I was talking about was the Voting Rights Act. I was able to pass the Voting Rights Act while, when I was a young senator, when Eastland was still the chairman, he voted against it and we beat him in the Voting Rights Act." He continued, "Secondly, when I was chairman I extended the Voting Rights Act for 25 years, not 5 years. In addition to that, the Voting Rights Act of 1965 aimed to overcome legal barriers at the state and local levels that prevented African Americans from exercising their right to vote. The point I am making is, you don't have to agree. You don't have to like, you beat them without changing the system," he added. Later Wednesday, Biden spoke about the late senior Ted Kennedy. He continued, "We in fact detested what they stood for in terms of segregation and all the rest." Biden then brought up the Voting Rights Act once again. "And because of Teddy letting me become chairman of the Judiciary Committee in 1982, when he moved on to take on Health and Human Services, we were able to do so much. We restored the vote." Booker, in his statement on Wednesday, emphasized that you don't joke about calling black men boys. Men like James O. "I have to tell Vice President Biden, as someone I respect, that he is wrong for using his relationships with Eastland and Talmadge as examples of how to bring our country together," Booker added. And frankly, the political spotlight on Biden's comments came on Juneteenth, an American holiday that commemorates the June 19, 1865, announcement of the abolition of slavery in Texas. The holiday the pushback also marked Biden's second major dispute in recent weeks with his primary rivals, which bars the use of federal funds to subsidize abortions in most cases. He later reversed it. Fox News' Paul Steinhauser, Alexandra Pamias, Jason Donner, and Sam Dorman contributed to this report.
Raindrop, drip, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.